The 7 Noahide laws, 7th Commandment, creation of a judicial system, pursue justice. Establish and uphold righteous courts of law, a consistently fair and effective system of criminal and civil laws creates a peaceful society that can receive God's blessing. The Noahide precept of justice, or dinam, is the obligation incumbent upon societies to establish the rule of law through courts in every district of the land. It is, however, not simply the establishment of law and order, however that might be, specifically in reference to the Noahide laws, which have somewhat of a parallel in secular legal philosophy that might be called an order of natural justice. In actuality, it is the divine template for human conduct, set out in the Hebrew Bible and its oral tradition. This is what Rambam intends when he states that the Noahide precept of establishing a system of justice is for the purpose of ruling on the other 6 universal Noahide laws. That is to say, justice itself is one of the Noahide commandments with its own parameters, and its purpose is to judge in relation to and to enforce the observance of the other 6 Noahide laws. In defining the precept of dinam, the words of Rambam are to judge in relation to these 6 other precepts, and this is understood to exclude judgment in certain areas where punishment is given over to the hands of heaven instead of the courts, such as Rambam details in Laws of Kings 10:6-9. See Rabbi Yehuda Gershona Mishpat. Nevertheless, even for those transgressions which are not to be judged by a Noahide court, it is incumbent to publicize and teach those laws and even apply limits, punishment to offenders when they are broken. For the transgressions are serious in the eyes of God and may even entail the spiritual death of the person's soul, as in the case of creating new, man-made religious and religious commandments, for example. Still, it would appear that the precepts applies to 3 areas. A, the actual prescriptions in the Noahide laws as set out in the biblical revelation to Moses at Sinai and elucidated in the oral tradition, which also derives from Sinai. B, an area of rules and arrangements in the realm of justice mandated by reason for the purpose of social order. For the righteous of this reason is generally informed by the rationally grasped precepts given to the Jewish people, but for which the same prescription of detail does not necessarily apply to Gentiles as it does for the Jewish people. C, a domain of the adopted stringencies whereby higher standards of justice, judged by reference to the Jewish ideal of absolute justice, are taken on and become part of the Noahide law. The normative legal system is thus not a mere reflection of community values or a repository of statutes given by a legislative body, but of the Noahide code within which community values, including legislated laws and norms, are included so long as they are consistent with the Noahide laws. Judges, lawmakers, and the enforcers of law all need to be cognizant of this higher universal code. Where there is doubt as to the parameters of Noahide law in regard to new matters, the filling of this gap can be done only by qualified orthodox rabbinic authority of the Noahide laws. The function of dinam is also put negatively, to disallow disorder. Here Rambam writes that the function of courts under Noahide law to warn the people against its infringement. This presupposes a stance of practical responsibility on the part of the state's agencies of justice, both of the constituted sovereign authority and the judiciary. The precept of dinam is important even in societies with high standards of impartiality and freedom from corruption in the administration of justice. This is because personal value judgments and beliefs enter the rulings of judges, resulting in decisions which are at variance with the Noahide laws. This is seen in rulings permitted homosexual marriage, elective abortion, and euthanasia. The judge must first and foremost know and be beholden to the Noahide laws as the ethical conditions for all human-made law and its education.